Wednesday. It's been a couple days since the weekend, so I know we're a little more awake than that. Let's try that one more time with all the energy we have. How are you all doing today?
Great!
All right, that's much better. Well, I'd like to welcome you all to our Bay Area launch event here at the Alvin Sonoma Chicken Coop. This is also the San Jose Silicon Valley chapter of Successful Thinkers, and we'll be meeting here every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And at this point, I want to pay a special tribute to all the people that came here a very long way. There are a lot of people that came here from the Central Valley 209 area and the 916 Sacramento area, and Eric, even beyond that too as well, right?
Right.
So if you came here from anywhere outside of the Bay Area, please stand up. Don't be shy, stand up. Stand up. Take a deep bow. Everyone else, give these people a big round of applause. See what Successful Thinkers does, everybody? It connects you not only with people in your local community, but it connects you with other communities as well. And there are only bigger and better things to come. Right, Jim Bellicera? Right. Absolutely. So at this time, I'd like to bring up the Bay Area Ambassador team. Can you guys please come up here? Woo! I'd like to introduce you all to, first of all, Mr. Len Walter.
Welcome, everyone. Let me ask you a question. Are there other networking groups out there?
Yeah.
Have anybody been to one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to tell you that Successful Thinkers is an entirely new concept. It is one that will work for you if you will. A couple of weeks ago, I made a special trip to Stockton to see Successful Thinkers in action. And I was so impressed that I decided to become an ambassador and help launch the San Jose Successful Thinkers. I'd now like to introduce the other ambassadors.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Thank you very much. How's everyone doing today?
Great.
I'm doing. That's all the energy we have. With as much energy as you can have, how are we all doing today? Very good, very good. How many people are enjoying this Sonoma Chicken Coop today? I want to say a big thank you to Steve. He's in here with David. Is David around here? I guess not. David Funk. He's working. But they work with us. They let us come in and use their place. Let's support them. Let's pay it forward. Part of being these venues and eating free is we support the restaurant. That's how Successful Thinkers is. That's the way we do it in the Bay Area. Let's keep it going. Don't be afraid to buy something from the restaurant. They will walk around and ask you what you would like. If you need a menu, ask them. They have them. And most of all, get to know each other. Set up some one-on-ones, take pictures, and just have a blast. All right? And here, now you're in for a treat. How many have been on Facebook the last week and seen rapping Juan Hoy? Well, guess what? You get to see him live and in person.
All right.
My name is Ron Horry. I'm here in San Jose. I'm one of the ambassadors for Successful Thinkers. This is an exciting new concept. I was just talking to Jim about how he founded the idea. We want people to get to know each other, not just pitch their business. That's why we don't have name tags. Get to know each other. The key question is, how can I help you? So we're going to meet every week. Mix, mingle. We're going to have informal networking after the program. So come back and bring a friend. Now I'll introduce David Margolotti.
This is a treat because I've been driving to Stockton and going to meetings in Stockton and Tracy and Modesto, and now here we are in San Jose, and I really think everybody's going to really enjoy this in the long run. So welcome, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Michelle Margolotti, the other half of David here. Just want to welcome you all to San Jose. We really are excited that Successful Thinkers has launched here. It's going to be a real successful time every single week. We're going to meet here gonna find some new friends, make some great referrals to each other, because that's really what it's all about, is sharing somebody that I know with you and connect your businesses together. So welcome you and see you next week.
We forgot about grabbing Ron Horry here.
Now, let's get everybody stand up.
Okay.
Everybody stand up.
Stand up, everybody.
Trust me, you're all gonna be sitting down long enough, so let's stand up. Now do me a favor, put your two hands together, start clapping. Because this song, the newest, youngest, best, exciting thing out there, one voice.
Okay, we're going to talk on mute now, please. I'm going to talk very briefly about this song that I created, and the whole idea was well, I wrote this song for myself, not to become a performer out there. And I went to a Millionaire Mind Intensive seminar put on by T.R. Becker a couple weekends ago. It was literally 3 days, 15 hours a day, learning how to think like a millionaire. The difference between people who are wealthy and who are not is not that they have money, but it's how they think. So they encouraged this one exercise where we had 5 minutes, everybody in this room of 400 people said, write down a song, or write a song, put it to a jingle, and that way, and sing it to yourself every day. And the story I heard that really inspired me was this one gentleman did this. He sang the song to himself in the shower every day, and 12 months later, he was worth $1 million. So I said, I can do that. So I'm going to talk the lyrics, and then I'll sing it, and I'll tell you, it contains some concepts that I learned and wanted to ingrain into my own subconscious. So it says, I am a winner, I'm not a beginner. So I'm telling myself, I can do it, I am a winner. Now, no, I don't know if I can do it, it's not yours. No, I am a winner, I'm not a beginner. Life is a process. I'm learning every step of the way. The next verse is, I do what I say, and I say what I do. Putting yourself into action mode, not just talking about it. So it's self-talk, declarations, affirmations. And then the next verse is, I help myself and I help other people. So you've probably all been on an airliner where if the oxygen masks come down, they say, put your mask on first. And then if you have a child or somebody who needs help them. But you need to help yourself first. So we can become successful, become wealthy, we can help ourselves, and then we can help a lot more people when we have more resources. And the next one is, yes I do, yes I do. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm always getting better at overcoming procrastination. So I said, yes I do, yes I do. So now I'll introduce my other half, rapping around here, who I talked him into doing the song. So here's our go.
Everyone, we're getting the shades on! Yeah, and the hat!
Okay, so have you give me some love? So I am a winner. I'm not a beginner. I do what I say and I say what I do. I help myself. I help other people. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I am a winner. I'm not a beginner. I do what I say and I say what I do. I help myself. I help other people. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You can do. You can do.
Give up a record, Ron Horry!
That's it.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you. How do we move on from that? Wow. Did you get that all, Jim? All right, we're going to move on right along right now to a story about a gentleman that's made a tremendous difference in my life. And this gentleman here, I met him about 1.5 years ago. he actually had a huge role in starting Successful Thinkers in the Central Valley area. And we're all going to tell you a story today. We were doing some promo videos online. I'm not sure how many of you saw those. But David Light, come on up here. Give him a big round of applause. David, thank you for being here. How you doing today? Mission impossible, huh? Well, we're gonna do it together. What would you like to say? The microphone up here?
Jared has it, I believe.
Okay, we're having technical difficulties. Please stand by. I hope you don't mind, David. I took some notes from only about 10 minutes to go through all this. We could talk about this for about, an hour or so. But David, do you remember the very first time that you and I met and where we met?
Yes, we met in San Jose at I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but yeah.
It was at Hobie's Prune Yard at the Bisnick Monthly Mixer that Crystal Bougon used to run. How many of you here know Crystal Bougon? Raise your hand. See, work this around. And, I remember that day, the event started at 6 o'clock, and at about, I got there about 5:30, a little bit early, and I walked in to scope out the room, as I always do. And, on the right of the room, there were about, 4 or 5 ladies just chatting up on the side there. And then, right dead center in the back as I walked in, there was this guy just sitting by himself. And for me, I'm naturally attracted to, helping people, fit in, when they're brand new. So I walked directly to the back and introduced myself. Do you remember that, David?
Yes, I do.
And, I found out that David is a health coach, and I'm like, wow, I'm really big on health, and you seem to be like a really nice guy. So, we were chatting up, getting to know each other. And then I found out that, David, you are from where?
Modesto.
David is from Modesto, and I said, hey, David, why'd you come all the way out here if you live in Modesto? Aren't there plenty of networking events out in Modesto? You remember what you said back then? No. You saw the event online. Don't worry, I know there are a lot of people here, but they're not going to bite. Don't worry about it. David said, I saw the event online, and I used to live in the Bay Area, which is true, and I wanted to kind of, check things out, maybe start some networking out in the Bay Area. And, check things out. So I said, that's interesting because one of my long-time visions has been to do some networking in the Central Valley area. And when I heard that David was from Modesto, I'm like, this is the guy I definitely want to keep in touch with. So after the meeting, which is the meeting after the meeting, like Nicky Melas likes to say, David Lai and I went out in the parking lot and talked for 1 hour. Actually he was waiting for traffic to die down. He didn't want to make the effort. No, just kidding. But we were talking in the parking lot, and I told David I run this group out here. It's called Trusted Business Associates, where we bring together the best people in the Bay Area. It's a group I was running, a couple of years back. And I said, David, I would love it if you could come on down and check out the group and maybe become a regular member. It's once per month. I'm sure you can make a trip on, over here, through the, Central Valley corridor area, the 209, 205, 58 area. Not that difficult. And David's like, okay, I'll come check it out. And David came to my group. And we got to know him, and we got to know him a lot better. He's just a really, really great guy. Now, after this happened, about 6 months down the road, David came off and started doing something in the Central Valley area. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that, David?
Sure. We were looking for a great way to network. And then we ran into some great leaders and successful thinkers. Long story short, we found Successful Thinker. We loved the concept. I was networking with some other people, with Jared Foster and Ed Hand and Lori Hand. And we decided we'd bring it into Stockton. And when we did that, it just blew up. And we've just been going strong ever since. We started one in Manteca, Tracy, and Modesto. It's been great.
Oh, that's fantastic. And then, David, do you remember, once you got Successful Thinkers going in Stockton, you made a phone call to me. Do you remember that phone call?
Yes, sir.
How about you tell us a little about that phone call? I'll be glad to remind you if you don't remember.
I told Elias, you gotta come out to Stockton and check this out. It is just so exciting. And he would ask me, well, I'll let you tell that part.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck's a successful thinkers thing? I'm like, I have my own network out here, we're working hard, we're doing a lot of things here in the Bay Area. I'm like, what the heck is this successful thinkers thing? You remember what you said, David?
I said it was like TBA on steroids.
I said, like, our group's out here on steroids. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to come check this out then. Wow, he sold me. And I'm not sold easily, by the way, everybody. That's not the way it works, right? So, we were running a big event here in the Bay Area at that time. A lot of you were a part of it here in the Bay Area. It was called the Holiday Surfing Extravaganza. It took about 3 months to run. We were all really burnt out. And David, you called me, it was around end of November, beginning of December. And I said, okay, you know what, David? I'm going to come check out Successful Thinkers in Stockton the very first week. And I got my Mustang. I drove all the way to Stockton. And I did get lost the first time because I couldn't find that turn off what's that street in the middle there? Not Center Street. What's the other street? Fremont Street. I kept making U-turns on those one-way streets in Stockton. I kept calling David. He was trying to talk to the people. I kept blowing his phone off the hook, but I finally made it there. I got there right at 11:30, right when the meeting started, and I was completely blown away. It was like unlike anything else I've ever seen before. And then at the very end of the meeting, I had just come to this meeting to support my friend David and my friend Jared here, who you all meet in just a second here. I went and said goodbye to my friend David and Jared. I started walking out. I was going to head out to my Mustang to go back over the 205 and just get back to work. And 3 people came up to me and they're like, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm like, well, I'm here from the Bay Area. I'm just here to, support my friend David and Jared. I don't know if you guys want to talk to me and waste your time getting to know me. They're like, oh, no, we accept everybody here at Successful Thinkers. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. I'm like, I guess I'll keep coming back. So that's what started for me there, folks. And I live here in the Bay Area. It's an hour and a half drive to Stockton, and I would go once or twice per month. And my good friend Nikki here was asking me, is it a good investment of your time? I'm like, and financial investment? Absolutely. And so after that point, about a few months later on, I started helping out Successful Thinkers. I always bring my camera wherever I go. And I like to take a lot of pictures and video. How many of you have seen my pictures and videos on Facebook? Thank you. And so, I remember Ed Hand, who is actually moving to Arizona. God bless him. He's one of the main ambassadors in Stockton. He came up to me one day when Jim Belisari was with him. He's like, I'm going to nominate you an ambassador because I want you to come to this meeting. I want you to meet Jim Belisari. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. Okay. So after that meeting, this was a couple months after I started going to Stockton, I met with Jim. We started talking about the Bay Area, and this guy was just fired up beyond belief. And it was an instant connection. And you'll hear more about Jim in just a little bit. But the moral of the story is, folks, keep a good relationship with everybody that you meet, whether you do business with them or not, because you never know how they're going to be able to help you out in some other way, shape, or form. And if it wasn't for David here, we wouldn't all be here today. So let's give a big round of applause. Big round of applause for David Melas. David, thank you.
Thank you.
I love putting people on the spot if you don't know that about me. The other thing about David, he's been known as the guy that, is a man of few words, but he has the heart of a lion, and he really does. So please, before you leave today, connect with this gentleman. He's an incredible individual with a big heart. So, okay, so moving right along right now. Normally at this point, it was supposed to be me, talking about Successful Thinkers and telling you all what it's all about. But I wanted to give somebody else an opportunity today, another person that's, made a tremendous, difference, in my life. This person is the lead ambassador for the Stockton Successful Thinkers chapter, and he is also the main ambassador for the entire Central Valley area. He's really heavily involved with Successful Thinkers. Let's give a big, warm Successful Thinkers welcome to Mr. Jared Foster!
If somebody has a motorcycle outside, it's blocking the shipping area, so if you have one, be sure to get out there and please clear it.
What kind of motorcycle? I might take it home.
Anyways, how's everybody doing?
Good!
A big clap for what? How many people, is this your first time to a Successful Thinkers? Raise your hand.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
Guys, look at that. So what I want to do is really give you a true understanding, because how many people have been to chamber mixers? You've been to BNI, right? You've been to all these different organizations, right?
Yes.
First of all, are they even having this much fun? No. Right? No way. Because you got to understand, there's a synergy and an energy that goes on when you build a relationship first. See, most places we go to, what they're going to do is they're going to have their business card in your hand, and they're going to walk up to you and they go, "What business are you in?"
Finance.
Financing. I'm in financing too. It was nice to know you buy. But what they don't know is that if we were to sit down and get to know, like, and trust each other, that there might be a whole other opportunity there. See, we have close to 200 other locations doing meetups just like this. So something's working. Maine just celebrated what, 2 years? 2 years! Yeah, let's do that. Give them a hand. 2 years. And the power of what we do is being able to raise that frequency. I don't care what religion background you are, all that kind of stuff, however you want to put that, but there is something that spiritually goes on when you're building a relationship and you're paying it forward, you're helping people move their business forward. Right? Because I'm here to be able to help you get to what you need to do in your life and your business. It's not just about your business. It's not about your label. It's about branding you as an independent person. And when we can sit down and really be able to build those relationships, that's how we're able to grow our business. I saw Successful Thinkers for the first time in Elk Grove. And I was being approached by some of the people in Stockton. They said, "Hey, we want to start something in Stockton. We've got to get this." And my background is I was past president of the Delta Chamber for like 5 years. I was part of the Stockton Chamber. I was BNI. I was Rotary. I did every networking thing you could imagine. Okay? And I could only be in the ones that somebody else in my business wasn't there. Right? They always say, "Well, if you're in finance, you can only be in we can only have one person in finance." That's ridiculous. How many people in finance here? Raise your hands. Finance. How many people in real estate here? Raise your hand. How many people in coaching? Like life coaching, health coaching? Okay. How many people in, let's see, I can't even think of any more. So, but what you want to do is you want to get to know and like and trust each other. Don't look at each other as enemies. Because here's the thing, when your business becomes so busy because of all the people that you're meeting through these different organizations and networking with successful thinkers, people across the country, look, I'm not talking about just San Jose here, I'm talking about the entire country with people who want to do business with trustworthy, integrity people. That's what we're talking about here. So you want to create an alliance with them. Because you never know. They may do short sales and you do REOs. You may have a whole mess of REO customers that you can't take care of. Do you want to just send them to anybody? No. You want to send them to somebody you can trust. Look, I can give you my story, I came in and built relationships first. I've always built relationships in my business first. And because of that, I've been able to meet some phenomenal people, and I've taken my company to now worth over $20 million, and I'm connecting with people in radio stations and news stations across the country. Look, I launched last year. I was in development for 1.5 years. I launched last year, and I'm doing business because of a relationship. Not because I cold called them. How many people love a cold call? Love it. Don't love it. Love it. Right?
Good job.
No, it was because somebody said, "Hey, you helped me with my business. I want you to contact you to this Lifetime Network executive. Or I want to contact you to Nissan. Or I want to contact you to all these different people." Every bit of business I've ever done in my company that now has put my company worth over $20 million is because I sat down and got to know somebody. I didn't look at you as a transaction. Hell, half the people that I go and speak at a different chapter don't even know what I do. They don't even know what I do until they sit down and get to know me. And you're going to hear a term we call here the one-on-one. It's what can I do to help move your business forward? And here's the magic of the one-on-one. When you sit down, you're not going to puke your business. How many people have been to an event and they're like, blah, 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 all over you about your business, right? And you're like, all right, I caught like half of that, don't really need it. But if I can sit down with you and understand who you are, who your kids are, what you like to do for fun, and really get to know you, then that's where the magic happens. Because I'm going to leave that one-on-one, and guess what? Law of attraction is going to bring somebody to me who needs your business. Why? Because now I know you on a whole different level, and that frequency is being transmitted. How many people have been to several events? Let's just go through the room. How many people have been like the motivation events or training events, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, how many people have spent $1,000? Okay? How many people have spent $5,000? How many people have spent $10,000? Okay, I'm going to go higher. 15,000. Going once, going twice, 15, 20, 100,000. How many people have spent 100,000 on an event?
100,000 on an event?
100,000 on an event.
Are you kidding me?
Why? Because you have to invest in yourself first. We're teaching those principles and being able to create relationship right here for free. All you gotta do is buy lunch. $10, $20, tip them real good, $15. Okay? That's the power of what we do in Successful Thinkers. You're gonna come and you're gonna help move people's business forward. How many people would like to be able to get to an account that you want to do business with, but you can only get to the gatekeeper? Have you guys experienced that?
Yeah.
Right? So what you want to do is, don't go in there and talk about your business. Bring them here. Go, hey, you got these. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to want to do business with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We always talk about, and you guys have heard this, if the attitude is right, the facts don't matter. Use this as a tool. How many people have gotten a gym membership and never went back? Right? It's not the gym's fault. It's not the gym's fault. Right? So that's what you got to use this as. Use this as a tool to be able to brand yourself. How many people are on Facebook? Look at that. Okay, now let's talk about those numbers. How many people saw this event on Facebook? Interesting. So think about it. If we started going around the room and asking numbers, you have the ability, if I build relationships with you, right? What happens is that she has 200 people, at least 200 people that I don't know, and I know I have 200 people she doesn't know. But if I call it OPN, other people's network, right? Like OPM, we're familiar with those terms.
Yeah.
So what happens is if I can build a relationship and she starts to validate who I am on her Facebook, I'm going to do the same. I have a rule. I've got about 3,500 people just on my Facebook account. I have a rule. If I don't know you, you don't post on my wall. Because I've met pretty much everybody that I'm friends with and built a relationship with them. That's how you take the high tech with the high touch. You grab every single one of those friends that you have that you want to build a relationship with, and you bring them here. You bring them here and you grow this. I mean, first of all, I want to do a little exercise. Because this is your meeting. This isn't the ambassador's meeting. They work their butt off to put this together for you. They're not getting paid for this. None of us get paid for this. None of us. We know that we need to be able to help the economy. We know that if I can help you become a millionaire or whatever it is you want in your life, then I've done it and it's going to come back. Does that make sense? We agree on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And when you come here, it's about taking yourself. Wednesdays are great days, by the way. It's the middle of the week. How many people kind of go through their Monday, Tuesday, and they're like, oh man, I'm just getting my butt kicked in my business today. But then you come here and you get re-energized. Because guess what? You're not alone. And any business that you're ever in, realize it's going to take 2 to 5 years. It's a journey. But if you know you've got people who are going to support you, back you and keep you moving forward, that's why you come here. Because there's energy and a frequency attached to that. Can we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay? And what happens is when you come here and you get excited. So what I want to do is, this is why we do things. We get you up, we get you clapping, because what it's doing is it's raising all of your guys' frequency to be able to attract whatever you want in your life. Look, law of attraction, whatever your belief is on that, works 100% of the time, good or bad. But understand, law of attraction is a cause. It's like the ink in the pen. I'm going to borrow your pen. It's the ink in the pen. This is law of attraction. It's the ink in this pen. It doesn't know right or wrong. It only writes what you tell it to. And if you can connect with the right people who have the right frequency, and you can help pay it forward, build those relationships, your business is unstoppable. So I want everybody to get up on their feet, give a big hand to all the ambassadors, and I want to get really loud in here. Now we've got a treat, and again, I want to just say, I am honored. I am truly, truly honored. For those who know me, they know I speak from the heart. To be here, to see that the Bay Area is coming alive with successful thinkers. And this is your guys' meeting. This is your guys' chance to create whatever you want in your life. And it's free, guys. Look, we're teaching principles that only the very elite and successful people know. That's why we're going to have speakers coming in. Not to sell their business to you, but to educate you and sharpen that tool. Look, if you get one bit of information that takes you to a whole other level, and that $12 lunch is worth it. You can write it off. It's okay. All right, so I have the honor to introduce a dear friend of mine. I've gotten, and I'll tell a quick little story here. When I first saw Successful Thinkers, I didn't actually see it through the gentleman I'm going to introduce. I saw it through somebody else, another group. But when I decided that I was with the team, we were going to open it up into the Stockton area, which now is branched to Modesto, Manteca, Tracy, and now we're honored that, you guys got to see what we're doing in Stockton and brought it here. I went and I found this person. I said, who are you, and what is the big picture on this? What is truly the big picture on this? Because I think it's important that if we're going to learn about success, then we better be learning from somebody who has experience. You guys agree on that?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of books out there, and you interview them, they're like, where did you make your money? Selling you the book. Oh, great. So you never made money prior to that? Nope, but you bought my book and I'm rich. So this gentleman that I'm going to introduce, who is the founder of Successful Thinkers, first of all, you got to get to the back. You're in the wrong area because we've got a tradition here. This gentleman, and he's going to tell a story, but this gentleman also went to several different types of mixers and events, and he's going to talk about that a little bit, and saw that there was something missing. There is truly something missing. How is it that I can help these people really be able to move their business forward, and then be able to really make you the star? See, we all want to try to get out there and brand ourselves. That makes sense, right? Get out to as many people as we can. And what we've got here is the ability to be able to do that by paying it forward. Not a half bad thing, right? You help somebody, you get to get recognized for that. And then being able to learn certain tools. And he knew that there had to be a different way. There had to be a new way. And he launched Successful Thinkers, and he's going to talk about how that all became. But this gentleman is the definition of paying it forward. Because he's put his time, his money, his effort in developing the technology that we're having and going to have in the future, where we will never, now hear me, we will never ever have to do business with somebody we don't have a relationship with. are new here, you're kind of going, huh? I'm not used to that. Well, go home, look yourself in the mirror, and say, I'm going to make a change. Because if you don't have what you have right now, what you want in your life, you've got to go find people and network with people who have what you want to get there. And that's what this has been designed to do. And it's always going to be free to you as a member. The only way you've got to pay for this event, you're not going to have to pay $400 or $500 for a membership. The only way you're going to pay for it is by bringing people here and spreading and paying it forward and spreading the wealth. Keeping the money here on the table and doing business with one another. And we've had some great opportunities. So I want everybody to stand up, give a big successful thinker to the founder, Jim Melas!
Jim Melas!
I got a tie on? You got a tie? Those who know me know I don't generally wear a tie. A few years ago, I just, decided to forget.
You look good in the tie, Jim.
Huh?
You look good in the tie.
And you look just as good with that one.
No! Woo!
All right. I will try to make this as brief as possible. But at the same time, there's value and power in what I'm going to share with you in multiple ways. Number one, I'm going to talk a little bit about why Successful Thinkers was developed. And I'm also going to talk about the power, because there's people here that actually use it on a regular basis. And it's become part of their way of making a living. Because they're able to meet people and do business with people face to face rather than just push it out on the internet. And I don't know how many of you got excited about the internet and starting, trying to do business on Facebook and social media and SEO and so on and so forth. Out of all the people in this room here, I may have probably spent more than anybody in this room. I was spending $11,000 a month for SEO work, and it got me very, 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 very little business. Kind of ticked me off. In fact, after about 6 months, someone said, if you keep doing the same thing that's not working, you gotta stop. And so I stopped one of them, and I was still spending $6,000 a month after that. And I thought, this is really ridiculous, man. This is a lot of money that absolutely made me no money. Okay? And then about a year and a half later, and this part nobody knows. I thought I would start interviewing people, and this is where the name Successful Thinkers came up. I would start interviewing entrepreneurs. And I put it out there so people can hear the story, because I think all of us as an entrepreneur, it's kind of a lonely life, right? I mean, we don't have too many people around us that are really cheering us on and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, well, what if I could create an atmosphere where people can go and learn and also get inspired, just like autobiographies and so on and so forth. And I started doing all these interviews. I started with Jack Canfield, Secret of the Soul. Okay, so I started with him. And then I started interviewing everyday people like me, and the stories were so emotional. A couple people that came over from Vietnam, and literally, half their family got captured and put in prison for 5 years, and they still came over. The other half still made it over to the United States. And one of them started a skincare company, and another one's financing, and it's really interesting stories. And people need to hear this stuff. People have lost everything along the way, and yet they continue to move forward. Every time they fell down, they got back up. And I thought, well, I don't have an audience. I really didn't have an audience, because my companies that I own, I couldn't use the audience that I had, which had hundreds of thousands of people, because it would be a direct conflict. So I went and visited an event in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's called Positive Charlotte. And they asked me to speak, and I go, why don't you speak on one of your books? And I go, okay. So I'm looking around, and it's kind of an interesting environment. Everybody was sitting theater style. Nobody was really excited. No smiles on their faces. And I got to speak, and then when it was over, I had a bunch of people come and feel, I'm coming here, man, this is the best talk, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And I started thinking about this event. It was pretty boring. In fact, it was really boring. And if I was the only thing that was exciting, that's bad. Okay? That's really bad. So the next month I came back, because I was doing business in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I asked the guy that actually started, because he was at my event. And I said, what is Positive Charlotte? I mean, that's a good question, right? I'm at the event, I don't even know what it is. And I mean, I was there for an hour and didn't know what it was. So he said, well, Jim, it's, the idea is to bring people together, they can learn positive things that can influence their personal life as well as their business life. I go, wow, that's a great concept. I said, how's it doing for you? He goes, it sucks. I go, no, I go, seriously, how's it doing for you? He goes, it sucks. I go, well, haven't you got business from it? He goes, no. I've been doing this for a year and I haven't got one business deal. I go, well, aren't you developing relationships? Don't you have people's names and don't you call them up and blah, blah, blah? And he goes, no. I go, well, what do you do at these events? Well, everybody sits the other stuff. Nobody ever meets each other. They're not allowed to meet each other. If they do, they get kicked out. I'm not kidding you. And I'm going, dude, this is no simple solution. You've got a great concept, but you're missing probably the most important element because people need to meet people, right? Build relationships. I said, look, I'll tell you what, man. Because at the time I was doing okay financially, right? So I said, tell you what, I could brand you. Dude, I could take this thing national. I'm not kidding you, man. This is a great concept. You're just missing a few really important elements. Like, hi, how you doing? Wow, what a concept. And anyway, he said, no, I'm not interested. And I said, dude, I'm serious. I'm not going to call you, but I'm extending myself out there. I really believe in the concept because I'm all about positive. I've read several hundreds and hundreds of books. I've listened to probably 6,000, 7,000, maybe 8,000 audio talks and seminars. I've also sold about 1 million copies of my own talks over the years. So I believe in it, okay? Personal development is like really important. Well, he never called me. And I was hurt. Why didn't you call me, man? I've got this great idea. I can really help you, So, long story short, he never called me, and I already had successful thinkers, and I thought, okay, I'll put something together, because think about this. We can network together in a free environment that's safe. How well can we do with our business? And after being frustrated and spending over $100,000 on SEO work, over $100,000, I thought, what if I could bring people offline in the local communities around the country? That would be a lot more prudent, don't you think? Probably get more business, because if I can't do it online, I might as well do it offline, because something that Jared said was, or maybe it was Elias who said it, the people who make the money online, if you're not selling a product that people already know about, are generally people that are selling you how to get online. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay? Because I know a lot of people who spend a lot of money and a lot of time on social media and SEO work, and they really aren't getting the payback, other than they are getting credibility for being online. And that is important, probably. But you don't need to spend stupid money like I did. Okay, that's ridiculous. Okay? And so the reality is most people are not really generating the kind of business they need. And so what if we just make what's old, make it new again? Just do what we were created to do. Talk to each other. What a concept. Can you imagine that? And you develop some incredible relationships in the process. And so that's really how it kind of launched. But then I launched it with the typical, the chamber and the BNI. I'm going to be honest with you, because I didn't know what I was doing. Can you imagine doing a business and you don't know what you're doing? That was me. And I went to Raleigh, North Carolina. We did the event. I talked about the concept, and everybody loved it. Then I did one in Stockton, where my office is in the lobby. We had about 65 people there. We had about 75 to 100 people in Raleigh. Then we did another one in Roseville. Had about 65 or so, maybe 70 people in Roseville. And then the next one after that, and I'm thinking, I teach people how to do their elevator pitch. They got to get, really wrap that up, so that they're really good, really fast. And I was watching everybody in the group as they were mingling and mixing. And you had some people sitting in their little cliques, and they were talking to each other. You had some people sitting all by themselves, bored and stiff. And then you had some people with social butterflies. Some of you in here are social butterflies, right? You can't wait to talk to people. And I began to realize that, when somebody was talking to somebody that they weren't interested in what they had to say, and kind of Jared hit on this, their eyes would go somewhere else, and they wanted to move on. And they couldn't wait to hurry and get away because they needed to get their business cards out, right? Right?
Right.
And the challenge was, it wasn't working. I know that the tips and the BNIs and all these have been around for years, and they've been very instrumental in helping people create business, but what if you could talk to less people and create more business? At the end of the day, you'll do less work to gain more. See, this is not a car lot, you guys. I know when you walk on a car lot, the salesmen know they have one first impression and they have one shot at getting you, because if you walk up that lot, they can make a sale. But here, it's not about making a sale today. This is the strangest and probably the most unique part of what we do, and this is where some people have to embrace it, some people don't like it. But successful thinkers would not be growing if they didn't like it, okay? And so what you do here is you actually schedule a time to do the one-on-ones, right? Now, and we can't share this enough. Think about this. If Gary and I hit it off, right? And I'm just reiterating some points that Jared said. But if Gary likes me, if he trusts me, and I'm a real estate agent, and Gary knows 10 other real estate agents. How many of you know probably multiple real estate agents? How do you pick which one you're going to refer? You're going to refer the one you like. And so the power in this, and this is where the compounds and just it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, you guys. It's not how many friends you have on Facebook. And I know Jared hit that. It's how many friends that you have in your address book. Because these people you know, and you're going to have conversations with them in your daily walk in life, and you're going to hear things, whether they need an accountant, an insurance agent, a real estate agent, they need an SEO guy or a gal, whatever they need, you're going to hear about it. Oh, I know the perfect guy. You got to talk to Gary. Gary's the guy. And they're going to call him and they're going to do business with him. I was on yesterday. I was on Channel 10. They did an interview with me with Successful Thinkers. Before the interview, in the lobby, I met a gal who owns a nonprofit company that actually helps people that have dementia. My father-in-law has dementia. Okay? And while we were talking, I just drilled her because I go, we're in a situation where my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, they don't have the money to pay for in-house daycare, basically. At the same time, they don't want to give up their house. And so she can only afford to hire somebody in twice a week so she can have some freedom to go get her hair done and, do the red hatter thing and all that kind of stuff. And as I began to talk to her, she still had a great attitude and just we developed a relationship. I've only referred her twice, and I only met her yesterday. But I happen to know people that are in the same circumstance. And that's, it's just it's knowing people and referring people. Now, I don't think I need to reiterate this too much. Make the appointments, it's worth the time. If you spend an hour with one person, and that person actually knows you and likes you, now his or her entire sphere of influence potentially can be your referral base. And you did it one time. One time. And the more people that you meet, the more people, if anybody here knows Maurice Mabry, that guy will stand up, he's an ambassador in Elk Grove, along with Louise Becky, and that guy, he'll get you. He'll ask you, how many in here actually had a one-on-one with him? And like the whole audience raises their hand. There are more people that know Maurice and they love Maurice. I'm going to tell you what, no matter what Maurice does, if it'll help the people that they know, I promise you, they'll probably refer Maurice over somebody else. Absolutely. Well, Maurice got me. I'm the guy that tries not to do one-on-ones. And the reason is because there's a huge audience of successful thinkers, and I literally, I'm overwhelmed with my time. And he got me anyway. And I realized how many people know this guy. How many people does this guy know on a one-on-one basis, first and last name? That guy is a major, major power to be reckoned with. Because if he's selling it, you're probably going to refer or buy it from him. I bet you money. Because you like him. Okay, now, here's what I learned. All of my businesses over the last almost 28 years. Well, actually, you know what? All of my businesses. Even when I was in the cabinet manufacturing and construction trade, I used to build homes. I started the process with no business. And then as I began to build relationships and do a good job, people started referring me. To the point where I'll never forget when I was still in the cabinet before I got in the people business, I had one of the contractors that would hire me to do the cabinets. He said, Jim, we got to talk. I go, what do we got to talk about? He goes, you're too expensive. And I go, oh, well, what do you want to talk about? He goes, well, can we meet at your office or your shop? And I go, yeah. So he comes over to my shop. He's got his partner with him. And they go, dude, you're the most expensive guy here. Out of all the bids we've got, you are the most expensive. And I go, well, what do you want me to do about it? He goes, well, can't you come down? I go, what's the second highest bid? Or the highest bid underneath me? He goes, well, this one right here. And I go, oh, okay, so I have to lower my price $1,000. I go, okay, I'll do it for that price. And they just looked at me like, that's the best you're going to do? And I go, yeah, and they hired me. My point is they liked me, they trusted me, they knew I would deliver on time, and they didn't want to go to somebody they didn't know. even though they did their due diligence, they got the bids, they still want to work because I had a great reputation for building cabinets. And this is important in this industry right here, the people industry. And if you're busy cramming your business down into people's throat, they don't have a chance to get to know who you are. And this is the craziest part, because we all think we've only got minutes to meet this guy, share our business, and cram it down in why we're the best. And he's going to evaluate you in 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. Are you following me on this? So not one business deal that I've ever done in my entire career came off of a 2-minute meeting. Not one. Now my greatest business deals came off of people that I've known for a while. Because there was a certain amount of trust that had been developed, and those business deals have actually created some pretty significant income for me over the years. And this is the difference, I believe, for most people in business, is understanding the value, because some companies, you only have a few seconds and a few minutes maybe to get their business, and some companies, your business is really based on referral once you have it going. Does that make sense?
Thanks.
But if you always take the attitude, I gotta push, I gotta cram, and all you gotta do is watch the people that are the most successful, and get to know them, and get around them. You know what they spend most of their time doing? Listening and edifying. They don't talk about themselves as much as they talk about you. The first time I realized what was going on with successful thinkers, I said, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we're going to do. Everybody put your business cards away. I mean, I literally stopped the meeting in dead in its tracks. I said, there's just something wrong about what's going on here today. Because I've been in the people business and I've never done business this way. I said, put your business cards away, and what would you do if you were at a party? Obviously, you've been around here, who invited you? What do? You married? You got kids? I mean, what a concept! Let's talk about you. Now, think about this. Have you ever walked away from somebody and go, God, that guy stunk? Yeah, not this way. I mean, he just stunk an attitude. I mean, he left you you just didn't like him. Or have you ever walked away from somebody and go, yeah, I like that guy, or that guy? The major difference, and I probably, at 9 out of 10 times, the major difference was that the person that you were with, that you liked, was asking you questions, listening to you, and shaking their head up and down in agreement with you. And they remember things about you that you didn't think they would remember in your conversation. And the next time you saw them, they might have asked you something that they heard from you the last time you were together. I might be the worst person at remembering names, but the good thing about me is that I do remember things that people said to me, and a lot of times I actually remember what they were wearing. And here's something even crazier. Guys, I dare you to do this. I'm telling you guys, this could pay off. Just follow me on this one, okay? When you look at a woman and you see something that she's wearing that's nice, compliment her. Cool scarf, great sweater, awesome blouse. Can you imagine guys doing that? No, I can't even imagine doing it. The first time I did it, I was scared to death. What's she gonna think of me, man? I'm just saying something nice about her blouse, right? I'm not into shoes, I'm not into fingernail polish and toenail polish, I'm not into the jewelry and all that kind of stuff, but I can find something that's attractive and say, because here's what I know, guys, this is important. Listen to me. Women don't dress for you. Did you know that? They dress for women because women comment. Women go, oh, that's a great blouse. Oh my God, did you see that? They'll say, did you see the rock on her finger? Or can you believe what she wore in here? Oh my God. Come on, ladies, am I right? Yes. Guys, so oblivious. It's like, how do I compliment? Try it. It might pay off. Take it a positive. Okay? And so, when I talk about edifying, it's about complimenting, listening, paying attention. The most valuable thing you can do is learn. How many of you in this room here have read either the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, raise your hand if you have, or a book that would be similar concept, How to Win Friends and Influence People? Raise your hand. I read that book 20 times in a row. in a row. That book changed my life. Because I went from being a guy that there's no way would speak to more than one person, let alone two, at one time. And yet my business was about people, right? I had to figure out how to get inside the minds of other people to be able to actually get my idea across to them. Does that make sense? So I share this with you. I did something, I wrote this book about 3 or 4 years ago, probably 4 years ago. It's called Within the Millionaire Mind. It has nothing to do with T. Harvey. And the reason I wrote this book and titled that was because it had nothing to do with the product I sold or what I did for a living, all that kind of thing. It was how well I could communicate the need, the urgency of my business, of my product, or my service. Does that make sense? And so there's some things in this book. I'm not actually selling it. It's actually, you can download it for free. I was actually accused of building successful thinkers so I could sell my book. Quite honestly, go on Successful Thinkers and you can download it for free. Okay, so as I went to, I learned a lot of similar information over and over and over and over and over. And what was done in here is the very foundation, what I believe is the very foundation to helping, no matter where you are in your personal development life, to take you to the next level. And it's something, you know, how many heard Robert Schuller? He wrote a book called Peak to Peak. And I'll remember reading that book because I think all of us, you know, no matter where we are in our life, we have this goal, this vision where we can accomplish it, right? And, but we can't see above that goal. We can only see to that place. So it's like a mountaintop. But then when you get to that top of that mountain, or you get to the top, you hit that goal, all of a sudden now you can see what's over on the other side, right? And so then you have another peak to go after. And so his whole book was about getting to that place that you can set another goal, so you can go up to a higher level. Well, that's part of that information's in here. And then going back to Successful Thinkers, the one thing that I was missing in my life was when I was building my businesses, I didn't have anybody that actually pat me on the back and said, Jim, I believe in you. Jim, you can do this. Instead, what I had was, you got to be kidding. You think you can do that? Like you're the last person on this planet that's ever going to do that. Has anybody ever had that something in their life like that? If you do your one-on-ones and you meet people, you're going to find people that actually like you. Who can become your fan. Instead of being a fan on Facebook where people just click like and then they go away.
I guess that's a lot of stuff goes on here.
I gotta wrap it up, but here's the thing. Instead, what you're gonna meet is people that will come into your life, like you without clicking the like button. Look forward to seeing you. Become an encourager for you. And probably you'll develop some of the best friends you'll ever have right here in your backyard. This sounds crazy, but wrap your arms around Successful Thinkers. Ask some of the people that came here from afar why they even drove all the way here. No one paid them to be here. They don't make any money from Successful Thinkers directly. They make it for their own business. That's it. This is a family, it's a culture, it's a movement, and we are having an impact on the economy wherever Successful Thinkers is. And the more of us that come together as this family, the greater the cause, the greater the success that we'll have. If you want to build, you need to build this nation back. It's not as a direct result of the stimulus package where the money is given to the big corporations as much as it is going to the grassroots, where you actually work with the smaller business owners, where they're the ones that cycle the money, whether it's buying a lunch, buying a drink, or buying a car, or paying rent, or paying for your mortgage, or putting your kids in private school. That is cycling money, ladies and gentlemen. And rather doing business online with a web designer, insurance company, or an accountant in another city or state, why not do it in your backyard if they can compete? Yeah. And you can look in their eyes, and you can work directly with them. Yeah. I'm done, thank you. You got it. You can give it away later.
Oh, okay.
Collect everybody's business cards.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you. Can we, yeah. Should I enter this, Robert?
You can. Eric, you want to let everybody know about the microphone situation?
Just project your voice. My speakers are going out.
You want to make everyone aware of that? You want me to do it?
It's probably easier anyway.
Folks are having problems with the sound system. That's why it's coming in and out. So the next speaker will speak very loud. The speaker's overheated. Well, Randy's going to speak real quick.
Okay.
Are you guys going to speak real quick?
Yes, I can make 3 or 4 minutes, so it won't bore you.
Yeah. If we're gonna, we got to keep the meeting going.
All right, everybody! How are you?
Robert Velarde's in the house.
Awesome! You guys awesome today? Everybody's awesome here today? Sharon's awesome? Who else is awesome? I am Robert Velarde, okay? And if you have not befriended me on Facebook, I want to be your friend, okay? Now,
You won't sleep if you do that.
and I'm going to sick my squad after you to go get some friends. So I'm going to give you an idea here real quick, and then I'm going to have somebody mingle with me on this idea. So what I want to do is the ones that befriended each other on Facebook via the event, I want you to go back after this event, and including Len right there. Len is on Facebook. Befriend Len.
Befriend Len.
Befriend Len.
He has like 2 friends right now. He needs help. He's on lockdown. Now the whole world knows.
This is our object. We're gonna make sure we befriend Len, okay? And that's one of the things we're gonna do. But what we're gonna do is, you're not gonna be able to contact everybody here today. Do you think you're gonna be able to connect with everybody here today? No, you're not. So we're gonna go back on Facebook to the event. You're gonna befriend everybody. Tell them how you met them, so they know. Because some people might have a picture on their Facebook profile that doesn't look like what they are today. Maybe it's 10 years ago. Oh, 40 years ago. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Maybe it's a
God.
different picture, huh?
What's wrong with the high school photo?
So really, you want to switch that photo out to a current photo. So take a picture of yourself. Have somebody take a picture of yourself and put that photo up so we know what you look like. All right? Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, once we befriend each other, I want you to, connect with each other. Again, remember, no pitching your business or products or service. Set up that appointment with them. Say, hey, how can I help you? What can I do for you, right? Okay? Then the third thing I want you to do is I want you to type into the search of Facebook, successful thinkers, and connect with everybody nationwide that's successful thinkers. Now, I just gave you a tip that's going to build your network from anywhere to 500 to 1,000. Can you use another 500 to 1,000 leads? Yes or yes? Okay, yes. Good. Now, explain a little bit about this, and I want to introduce my good friend Randy Taylor, who's a new ambassador in the El Dorado Hills, California chapter. Come up here, Randy.
Randy Taylor.
Our main guys that knows this idea of what we're talking about right now. And he's going to give you a little bit of this information and a little story, a real short story. But basically, I want you to know something about Randy. He has embraced technology. So we're talking about online and offline. He embraced the online and the offline concept. So Randy, I want to ask you a question, okay? Has this helped your business?
I'm sure people have heard enough.
Louder.
So I'm going to get right to the point. Okay, right to the point. Has it helped my business? I've done this about 13 months. This month was my best month in the last 13 months. I coined the phrase, I made it myself, but basically it's that successful thinkers is what you make of it. If you leverage the contacts you have and you're making these meetings and you're coachable, and I'm 62 and I'm still learning, okay, you'd be surprised how much you can help you. A couple real quick examples, and I want to give you a big example of how it actually made a big impact on some people and successful thinkers that most of them don't know about. One is, to start with, I was fortunate to have about 22 weeks of training on referrals through a prior business contact. And so I go down to a Vacaville meeting, I don't know anybody there, and I meet the ambassador there, and she's real helpful. And she says,
Was that Successful Thinkers?
The Successful Thinkers, Karen Glauser. Okay, instead of talking about her business, she says, how can I help you? What kind of clients are you looking for? And I'm afraid I was wishing somebody would ask me that. I says, I'm looking to connect with somebody that's a lender that specifically does small business administration loans because I can help those people. She goes, well, I don't know anybody right now, but let me think about it. The next week when I came there, she invited somebody to the meeting, got them there, and carried them over to me and introduced me. I still have that connection. Then I went to another meeting, and I pretty much said the same thing. It was a Art and Arcade meeting, and I've gone to about 50 of those meetings, by the way, and the focus has been social media, and I want to tell you how that, I'll wrap it up with it, how it's helped. But at that meeting, I talked to a guy where I had nothing in common with. He does factoring and lending, and frankly, I hardly understand it at all. Had no prospects for him, but I told him I'm looking for a guy who does this. In fact, I'm looking for somebody that specializes in reverse mortgages. He says, I don't know anybody, but he came back to me 2 weeks later and he gave me a card. He goes, this is your guy. I called the guy. Within about 3 days, I had a coffee meeting with him, and he was a sales manager for a group of Genworth, GE, that had about 10 salesmen. He said, I'll let you speak at all our meetings, and you can be our guy for handling these savings accounts for the seniors that have reverse mortgages. Now, that didn't happen because he then got demoted, but had that happened, that one contact, which I would have never gotten if it wasn't for Art and Arcade Successful Thinkers, and asking one of my contacts if I could help him, that one contact would have literally made me about $150,000 a year. One contact, I quit prospecting. So there is power out there. The other thing I want to say is, a couple years ago, I was grateful just to be able to copy and paste and send an email. Right now, from taking a little bit from this, a little bit from this meeting, asking for help, getting ideas, reading videos, making friends with some of my contacts. I have spent a penny on social media, although I now will to get to the next level. I'm number 3 on LinkedIn and out of 350,000 search results under my occupation. I don't put my name or city. That's because of successful thinkers. Okay. The final thing, I think this is real powerful, so I want you to pay attention if you could. Bear with me for 30 seconds. I was on Facebook once, and Robert doesn't know it, but you created a monster. You know, I need an intervention now. But I'm on Facebook at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and Beth Platts, you've heard of this, Beth Platts and Jackson, the ambassador there, says, I won't mention names for embarrassing lady, but basically, this woman's daughter, 13 years old, called at 3 o'clock from high school, said she'd be a little bit late. It's now 6 o'clock, and she showed up missing. So everybody's worried at this point in time. This girl's never done this before, okay? It ends up 7 or 8 o'clock. Now they're really worried about it. It's already on the local news, on the newspaper, and that copy and paste of the photo from the newspaper is floating around Facebook. Because we shared and let our messages go viral, by 9 o'clock, a Facebook post said she's at the train station. Somebody was at her smartphone, saw the picture, and pointed her out and got back to Beth. Beth got back to the lady, and everything was fine. And there was a lot of concern because this girl was like 13 years old. I think she was autistic and also had some other developmental disabilities. And that's the power of social media. Now, if you put that together with meeting people and becoming friends with them, it's amazing. So I want to thank you guys sincerely. It's helping me, and it's getting better every month. I cannot go, I'm not married, but if I was, I want to have an affair, I cannot go to a Starbucks in the whole valley without being married.
What he just said is so true. There's a whole lot more stories within Successful Thinkers about this. Now, I want to put a challenge out to you, okay? Now, I know you're not going to go in and befriend everybody in Facebook from this group, okay? I know that, okay? But if you do, I want you to contact me personally. Contact me via Facebook or my email. It's all on Facebook. Just type me in Robert A. Velarde and talk to me because I have a special treat for you if you do that. Now, if you don't, I want you to try a goal, a secondary goal. Get at least 10 people, okay? Now, the third challenge, the thirdary goal is the least you can do to even come back here is you have to invite somebody else back to next Wednesday if you're going to be here. Now, if that's the case, if yes, yes, and yes of any one of those levels, let's give a big hand to Mr. Land.
Catch your voice, Lance. Catch your voice.
Okay, it doesn't work. Did we have a great time here today?
Yes!
up to announce upcoming events.
From anywhere. Any ambassadors. Stockton, Manteca, Lakewood, Tracy, Jackson. If you're an ambassador, come on up. Here.
Events or meetings?
At the meetings. And we'll let you start off. How's that?
Thanks.
Speak very loud because we don't have a microphone.
Where's Beverly? I don't see her.
Beverly eating. Manteca.
Good afternoon, my name is Louise and I am one of the ambassadors for Successful Thinkers, and my home chapter is Elk Grove. We meet on Thursdays and we're so excited because this is the size of our group. We have approximately 8,200 people every single Thursday, and it's growing. We get 10 to 15 new visitors every week, and I would encourage you to listen to what Jim and Robert said. Invite someone new every week. Every week when you go out, be a successful thinker to the people that you talk to, the people that you work with, not just the people that are here today, but everyone that you meet. Get to know, like, and trust them, and then invite them to the meeting because you're going to be helping their business and also helping successful thinkers in your business.
Hey!
My name is Julia Maxwell, and I'm the ambassador for Citrus Heights, Roseville, on the other side of Sacramento. Unlike Louise's group, we're a little bit more intimate, about 25 to 40 people every week. We have been around, we are coming up on our 2-year anniversary, although I've not been a leader in that. Paul Billy started the group, I stepped up in January. So it has made a tremendous difference in my life. I relocated here from LA. I knew nobody except my sister, who's a nurse. She doesn't understand what I do. She doesn't even, again, she's been an employee her whole life. So as much as she would like to support me, she didn't quite know how. And until I found Successful Thinkers, I was just floating around down there. I didn't quite know what to do. I know what to do, but I hadn't found my home. So Successful Thinkers has made every 100% difference in my life. I started June last year, and here I am, an ambassador, and I love it. I've gotten to know Jim very well, and I get his vision, and I just want to pay it forward and work with everybody. If I can be of any help to anybody, please give me a call. My name is on the master meeting list, and welcome to here, and I look forward to meeting you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Beverly Blankenship, and I'm an ambassador with Stockton. I was in Manteca, and we have discontinued Manteca for a while to rebuild the valley, to push back out. And so Stockton is on Wednesdays from 11 to 1, so we kind of play hooky today and join you guys.
Thank you so much.
Some pretty good information today, huh? What do you guys think? Alright. Well, I'm still Jared Foster, and lead ambassador for the Stockton location. And again, Wednesday from 11 to 1, we have some phenomenal speakers. We have the mayor speak. And that's really the power of what you can do here locally in your community, is be able to network with people in that area, into the Sacramento area, and be able to just spread that network out as far as you need it to go. Because you never know where your next opportunity is, and I always say, you must put yourself in the path to receive. So again, I thank you for being here.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Randy. I'm from Pleasanton. I'm the ambassador there. I've been the ambassador for Successful Thinkers since November of 2009. And I'm really happy to see another Successful Thinkers chapter in the Bay Area. So give yourselves a round of applause. They got all the attention in the Valley, in Sacramento, but I think people do business in the Bay Area too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to grow here in the Bay Area? Yes, we are.
Yes.
All right, good. So what I want to share with you is there's an event that's coming up next weekend, or this weekend. It's called the NorCal Business and Networking Symposium. Have you guys heard of that yet?
Yes.
All right, and who's registered?
See,
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to.
All right, there you go. Well, listen,
guys, this event is going to be special. We have some great speakers and panelists. As a matter of fact, Mr. Jim Belisera is going to be there. Let's give him a round of applause. Mr. Jared Foster is going to be there. Let's give him a round of applause. Elise Demecki is going to be there. And you guys know Cesar Plata. You guys know Cesar?
Cesar Plata!
Yeah, he's going to be there as well as one of the speakers. And some other people as well. Did I forget anybody? No. So anyways, guys, here's the thing. This event is only going to be $17. Is that pretty agreeable? Yes or no?
reasonable.
Very reasonable, right? Very cheap. But however, that's for other people. For successful thinkers, it's...
Free.
Yes, that. So listen, for all of you guys that are part of Successful Thinkers and you're looking to grow your business and you want to connect with people all over Northern California, I strongly suggest making it to this event. It's going to be great information, great business building skills. Whoever comes out of that event is going to be way ahead of their competition and ready to rock. So make sure you attend this. Write this down if you have a pen, okay? NorCalBusiness-event-special-HTML. or you want to easier, or just connect with me on Facebook, Randy C. Wilson, and I will send you the link so you can register for free. Is that fair?
That is fair.
All right, thank you guys. Have fun, everybody.
Okay, one more time. I'm Randy Taylor, and I'm active with, I'm a host with the Art and Arcade Successful Thinkers group, which I like to call the mother of all Successful Thinkers groups, because Elk Grove and a lot of those were spawned from the activity we have there. The focus there is strictly social media. We usually have a speaker every week, and it's Wednesday mornings at 7 for those of you that are really serious about your business. It's at Daniel's Creamery, Farrell's Avenue, and Watt Avenue. You can find it on Facebook. Also, I'm an ambassador with the Cameron Park Shingle Scream, easy for you to say. Shingle Springs group. And right now we've been meeting on Tuesdays, but we're looking to change that to a Monday evening meeting for those of you that are already busy with real activity, that on the business side, that want to go to an evening meeting. And that'll be it on the meetings. I am, however, speaking next Wednesday, I believe, at the Stockton meeting, and I'm going to be talking about some specific tips on the sales process. I've given this lecture and symposium for 40 years, so I think I finally got it down cold. And if you need help, by all means, show up. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, let's welcome back Rapid Ron Horry.
Rapid Ron Horry!
Okay, I'm announcing the start of my world tour. And we're selling tickets.
Yes.
How much?
Whatever you can afford.
How about free? Free!
There you are.
And it's money back guaranteed.
I'm an ambassador for Successful Thinkers here in San Jose, also Foster City near San Mateo. We're launching another chapter there next week, Friday, not this week, but next week, Friday at 11 o'clock, same floor.
11:30 actually.
11:30.
Oh, I'm sorry, 11:30. So if you want to come to Foster City Spices Restaurant, friend me on Ron Horry on Facebook, or search for Successful Thinkers Foster City. And Jim Belisera is going to be the guest speaker again. So if you know people in that area, welcome them to come, start that relationship. It's going to be fun. We're going to build another huge chapter in Foster City. So I look forward to seeing you there.
Ron, what's that mean?
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
We changed it up on the outside. How many enjoyed it today? I'm going to pull a trick out of Elias' hat. Give me a show of hands. How many of you will commit to be here next Wednesday?
Raise your hand.
Very good, very good. Chintendo, you don't have to raise your hand. I know you're always going to be here. So it's okay. Now next week, we have Lee Lonitz. He will be here talking about Facebook and social media. Come out. It's going to be an excellent, excellent event. Also, next Wednesday, we will be raffling off this great information by Jim Belisera. must be pleasant to win. If you're not here, you're gonna have to download it or pay Jim $1,000 for it. Either way, if you're here next week, you have a chance to win it. As you come in, there will be a hat, drop your business card off, and we'll wrap it off at the end of the meeting. Number one, how many ordered food? How many enjoyed your food? I know some of it came out late. I do apologize. We will be working on it. But pay it forward, order it, and please, 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 I cannot say it enough. Don't forget to pay your bill on your way out. Alright? Don't be calling me to pay your bills. It's not gonna happen. Now, I know we ran late, it's 12:51, but I think everybody got some good information. Who's going to set up some one-on-ones today? Woo! Alright. Very good. Set them up, enjoy yourself, and connect on Facebook.
Eric, how about one more thing about, building relationships and not pushing your business forward? You want to make that clear one more time?
Yes.
Don't forget about that.
I'm sorry, I always forget something. That's just how I am.
That's what I'm here for, right, Eric?
That's right.
Yeah.
Build the relationships. Gary, stand up for me. I'm going to pick on you today. I met this guy at an ambassador meeting a month ago. I bet you he calls me once a week, at least. Build your relationship. I know if I turn my back on Gary, he'll never come up and stab me in the back. Build relationships. It would be very good. Don't, whatever you do not hard sell your business. If you hard sell your business, you will not get past the wall. Enjoy, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Have a great day.